R2ThaDawg. I ain't even been feeling like doing this. But let's get it. Yeah. It's probably the real level up. BIP Red Dog 1.
The O is for the 16 ounces that's in the whole pound. They really out here feeling my music. Shout out the whole town. K is for the killers I know who keep the 4 pound. You give an inch, he taking a mile like it was 4th down. The L is for the ladies for sure. I mean the real ones who out here working hard for they.
What's up, world? What's up, YouTube? It's your boy R2, and we back with another banger. You know what I'm saying? So get your popcorn and your cold drink and go on over there and hit that like button. And then after you do that, hit that subscribe button. So when I drop these bangers, you be one of the first ones to put your eyes on it. You know what I'm talking about? Hey, man, man, it's your boy, man. We back. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we took a break, man, but we recently been real inspired, man, by the things going on YouTube, man. So, I appreciate all the guys that I check out their content. And, man, it just encouraged me to keep going and to keep pushing. You dig what I'm saying? So definitely expect videos, every day. We finna be pushing this content out. We finna be getting to the, current events and things like that. And we definitely gonna touch on a lot of subjects. And we're gonna, give our opinions, you know what I'm saying? Our unbiased opinions. And just from the outside looking in, you know what I'm saying? Just a perspective, from my point of view, and people that I deal with, my guys, you know what I'm saying? My bros, you know what I'm saying? The fellas, when we sit and chop it and pop it, you dig what I'm saying? And we just, go over things, you know how the debates be. You feel me? Y'all know what it is, you know what I'm saying? I'm a barber, so y'all can just imagine in the barbershop, y'all know the topics is gonna come up every day. You know what I'm saying? From sports to street, issues to worldly issues. You feel me? But first and foremost, I want to give a big shout out to the Oklahoma City Thunder, man. That's my city. As y'all know, it's O City or No City. You feel me? And yeah, we just won that championship. You feel me? So I'm definitely proud of my guys. You feel what I'm saying? And I love what's going on in the city. The parade was lit. I definitely was out there at the parade, turned up. I got a little content, but it was so loud, man. It was hard to, hear anybody say anything. You know what I mean? Loud city, we was turned up. You feel what I'm saying? But yeah, man, I missed y'all. I hope y'all, missed the kid, man. And we back. You dig what I'm saying? And we finna jump right into it now. Today's episode is about, the Munchie B and the 607 Unk situation. Now, I was reading a lot of the comments, man, and a lot of people, seem to kind of, love drama and love, to see black men crash out on black men. You understand what I'm saying? That seems to be the norm nowadays. That's what people want to see. And a lot of people, man, just be on the outside looking in and don't really kind of do their research on these people and who they are and their background and, things that they may be going through. You know what I'm saying? So, I know a lot of people, comment on my videos too, you know what I'm saying? And I understand that this is the internet. So, we just got to let the internet be what the internet is. You dig what I'm saying? So people on the internet, they always going to say what you should have done or what they think you should have done or what they would have done. But man, a lot of people sit and type and I'm going to tell you, it's easy to type. It's easy to talk about what you would have done in a situation or how you would have responded. That's easy. You dig what I'm saying? And most times the person that's doing the talking or speaking in a derogatory way towards another person or, being judgmental and, all of that crap. Most times those people be the softest ones. You know what I'm saying? Because in my years of thugging, man, in my years of, just being in the streets and getting it on and, gang banging and this, that, and the third, you feel me? Man, the gangsters, cats, man, they don't be the loudest ones, you know what I'm saying? Them be the most reserved dudes, laid back in the cut, don't say too much, you know what I'm saying? But when it's time to get busy, you ain't got to coach them on how to get busy, you know what I'm saying? And so with that being said, a lot of people are gonna judge, man, on the internet, and they're gonna say things, and they're gonna say what they would have done, and this, and then the third. Man, kill that noise. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, everybody, operate different. You know what I'm saying? And you don't know what this man got to lose, and you don't know what, you know what I'm saying? You don't know what kind of situation he got set up as far as financial wise, getting the bag. You dig what I'm saying? So, and and I'm gonna say this first. I never, want to encourage nobody to do anything that's gonna jeopardize their bag or jeopardize how they feed their family. You know what I'm saying? And in that situation, what we talking about, the Munchie B and the 607 Unc situation, I feel like Munchie B handled himself like a true gangster. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, yeah, you said what you said, you dissed and all of that, but man, at the end of the day, that stuff is just words. And for somebody like 607 Unc, me personally, I look at that dude like a smoker. You know what I'm saying? He's a smoker. He's a fiend. You know what I'm saying? Somebody that they give a little crack rock to and let him do his Dougie before they put him on camera, and it just so happened to turn into some viral stuff. You dig what I'm saying? This dude is not even from LA. He ain't from, he's not from LA, for one. For two, he's not a gangbanger, bro. You know what I'm saying? So the stuff that he's saying, what he's saying, or what he said, when he dissed or whatever, you know what I'm saying? That didn't even bother me, to keep it a grand. I hate hearing it, you know what I'm saying? But it gotta come, that kind of stuff gotta come from a person that I know is active and is banging, and that's how he mean it like that. And for me, to keep it a bean, man, all this content that we see on No Jumper and shows like this, man, that stuff be scripted, if you ask me. You know what I'm saying? It's scripted and it's planned out. You know what I'm saying? It may not be. I'm not saying that it was planned out, that him and Munchie agreed to let him diss, and because I don't believe that at all. But what I'm saying is, a lot of this stuff, not that particular incident, but a lot of this stuff be scripted, you know what I'm saying, or spoken about before we get on this camera and we do what we gonna do, you know what I'm saying? And it's understood that we gonna have, disputes back and forth, and you got people fake crashing out, you know what I'm saying? Because that's what generates views, you know what I'm saying? So when I seen the clip, you know what I'm saying, instantly when I heard it, it was like, what'd he say? You know what I'm saying? But I understand, you got to kind of understand what kind of person you're dealing with. And when I look at 607 Unc, I'm gonna be real. I look at him like a smoker, like a fiend. You know what I'm saying? Somebody that's, that they get him high just to get him going. And because everybody got that one uncle that if you give him a few beers or something, or give him what he like to, indulge in, he gonna act a fool. And if I could flash back in time and get my crazy tail uncles on camera, saying all the crap that they used to say and doing all the stuff that they used to do, we probably been viral years ago. You dig what I'm saying? So that's what I mean by you got to kind of know who you're dealing with. And I felt like Munchie, from gangster to gangster, I felt like Munchie handled himself like a G, you know what I'm saying? Like a general, he checked it immediately, you know what I'm saying? And 607 Unc, he immediately went to backpedaling and apologizing, you know what I'm saying? Throwing the white flag, surrendering to, the gangsterness, that Munchie was putting out. You feel me? And you know, that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? Now, for all you cats that was expecting Munchie to, blow his shot and blow his chance and crash out on camera when they got, all these witnesses and security in the building and all these different things. Come on, man. I mean, I just don't understand where y'all's mind frame is at, because at the end of the day, what Munchie is doing is a business. What he doing is getting to the bag. You understand what I'm saying? He doing that to feed his baby, to feed his family. You know what I'm saying? To be able to send his people bread when they need it. You dig what I'm saying? Because if he don't do it, who gonna do it? You know what I'm saying? He putting on for his section. You know what I'm saying? So I think people need to, take a step back and come back down to earth, because y'all be living in like a fairy tale or like a comic book or something. Because y'all be thinking that people is just going, you be wanting people to show out and trip out on camera. Now, let's just say for hypothetical reasons that Munchie would have crashed out and Munchie would have did something to this fool on camera. You know what I'm saying? Everybody that was around would have been the first ones to sign up on the witness list. You dig what I'm saying? And that's just another black brother going to jail, and another black brother probably, either unalived or messed up real bad. You know what I'm saying? For some stuff that he said, not really understanding the severity and of what he's saying, and how that's gonna make the next person feel. You dig what I'm saying? Because I'm pretty sure Munchie had one of the little, I'm pretty sure he had the little homies with him, his homies with him for sure, because he's partially blind or legally blind or fully blind. I don't know, but he don't have all of his eyesight. That's a fact that I do know. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, bro, like I'm pretty sure he got his guys with him. Now, if that was the case, it ain't nothing to stop the camera real quick. Hey, step out here, homie. Let's holler at you. You know what I'm saying? Hey, boop out that cat real quick. You know what I'm saying? Don't say that no more. You feel me now? And I'm pretty sure that could have happened. You know what I'm saying? Turn the camera off though. We're not gonna show out on camera. But if you a businessman and it's 2025 and this dude from St. Louis, he ain't from California, he ain't from the gang culture, he's not a gang member. You dig what I'm saying? He's a smoker, man. Dude is strictly for entertainment. You know what I'm saying? 607 Unc is that kind of guy. He's strictly for entertainment. He's not to be taken serious. You know what I'm saying? In my opinion, like Crip Mac. You know what I'm saying? Only difference is Crip Mac actually got direct ties to the Crips. But again, he was a character. You know what I'm saying? Somebody that they just get full of that OE, get full of that beer, and let him do his Dougie. You know what I'm saying? And the content is fire. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like Munchie handled himself like a man. And I feel like anybody that's encouraging him to crash out on camera or saying what they would have did, this, that, and the third, I just feel like, you need to, kind of come back down to earth, man. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, this is real life. Don't nobody want to go to jail. And if you do, you're a weirdo. You know what I'm saying? If you like going back and forth to jail, you're a weirdo. Knowing the severity of the situation and the circumstances that's in prison. I did 10 years in prison, you know what I'm saying? And it ain't nothing to joke about, nothing to play about, and it ain't nothing to want to go back to. You feel me? It definitely ain't nothing to want to go back to. And I'm pretty sure Munchie B done did some time and he know about the county jail. He know about all that, you know what I'm saying? And once you get to a certain level in life to where you got an opportunity to get on camera, show your face, speak your opinion, voice your voice and use it in a positive way to create content to in turn create revenue for yourself and your family, and you can potentially be up in the tens and hundreds of thousands if you use this internet the right way. Then you will be a fool, in my opinion, to blow that over some words from a guy that don't even understand the gang culture or not even understand the severity or the disrespect in what he's saying. Because let's be honest, 607 is not your he's nowhere near the most intellectual person in the world. He's definitely not. You know what I'm saying? Not even in the top 1,000. You dig what I'm saying? This dude is a clown basically. You know what I'm saying? So in my opinion, for Munchie, the G that he is, you know what I'm saying, the reputable that he is from his section, you know what I'm saying? It just don't make sense for me for him to crash out in that situation. Definitely didn't make sense. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like he handled himself like a real gangster. You know what I'm saying? Because all that rah-rah and this, that, and the third and crashing out, that's easy. You feel me? Crashing out is easy. You dig what I'm saying? Knocking a MF's head off their shoulders or, doing some stupid crap. You dig what I'm saying? That's easy, bro. But to get out here and actually get out here on your bare knuckles and get this bread and produce this content and get on here and speak articulate enough for people to understand and for people to take in your perspective and to be able to understand it. Now that's the hard part. You dig what I'm saying? That's the stuff that takes a little work. That's the stuff that takes a little motivation. And, crashing out is easy, like I said, bro. You know what I'm saying? So big shouts out to Munchie B. You know what I'm saying? I don't know the homie personally, but we both on the same side of the rag. And I definitely respect, him and his movement and his program. You dig what I'm saying? And I salute you. Bro, do your thing. Don't let nobody trick you out your spot. You did right. You checked it immediately. And let's be honest, 607, he immediately start apologizing and backpedaling. And, that means that he didn't want that. You know what I'm saying? He didn't want them kind of problems. And let's be honest, I don't believe that he want any kind of problem with nobody. You know what I'm saying? He's just a cat that is happy to be able to get some bread off the content, you know, after his failed rap career. You dig what I'm saying? Because I seen a clip of him trying to freestyle and kick a flow back in the day, and let's be honest, it was boo boo. You dig what I'm saying? I'm talking about absolute boo boo. But see, he was when he was freestyling and rapping, you could tell he was kind of regular back then. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't doing all this belligerent stuff that he doing now. And shouts out to 601, because I don't hate on no man. You know what I'm saying? I laugh at some of his content. You feel me? So shouts out to 601. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate your content as well, just like I appreciate and respect Munchie B's content. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like as black men, we can get on there and entertain the world without disrespecting each other. You dig what I'm saying? So that's all it is. You know what I mean? Just a misunderstanding, and he got beside himself. Because let's be honest, man, crack cocaine is a hell of a drug, and once you get on it, and once they get that hit, and they beam me up, Scotty, who knows what they gonna say, man? Who knows what they're gonna say? You feel what I'm saying? And let's be real. It's 2025. This is the day and age of technology and content. So I could get on here and say I used to have parties with Dr. Dre back in 2003. You know what I'm saying? I could get on here and say anything. You know what I'm saying? And it just depends on who's receiving it and how they're receiving it and how convincing I look saying it. Do they believe it? You dig what I'm saying? And me possibly saying some stuff like that could possibly in turn create a whole bunch of people who believe it. And then there you go. Now you got a rumor, or now you got a, you know what I'm saying, a false narrative or a false story. You feel me? So man, this is the internet, man. Have fun with this internet and get this paper. You know what I'm saying? That's my money. That's my motivation. And shouts out to Cartoon 53 from Five Trey Avalon, man. Hey, all the way from Oklahoma City, bro. I salute you. And you definitely was the reason why I started doing this, and you definitely the reason why I got back into it and why I decided to get back active and to keep pushing this content out and to jump in this algorithm and get this bag, man. You know what I'm saying? So shouts out to Cartoon, you know what I'm saying, from Five Trey Avalon, big homie salute. You know what I'm saying? I respect the land, respect California. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, but I love my city though. You know what I'm saying? It's Oklahoma City. Don't ever forget that. You know what I'm saying? And we just as dangerous, just as gangsters as anywhere else. You know what I'm saying? And I stand on that. I believe that wholeheartedly. You feel me? Um, yeah, man. So yeah, shouts out to Munchie. Shouts out to 607 Unk, man. Let's push black positivity. Let's push black unity. And let's stop letting these blog sites and these interviewers ask these weird questions or, spark, throw fuel on these interviews and create a fire to separate us, to continue to separate us. You know what I'm saying? Let's use these platforms to come together and give each other our flowers. You know what I'm saying? To salute one another and help each other grow. You dig what I'm saying? It don't always got to be no bickering back and forth or no drama between blacks for it to all, come together and make sense and in turn create some revenue. You dig what I'm saying? So my door is always open. My lines is always open. If y'all want to get at me, send your email in the comments or whatever. You got some ideas for the content. Hey man, I definitely appreciate everybody who stayed a subscriber. We had 1421 or 1422. We're gonna try to be at 2,000 by the end of the month, or 225 to 3,000 by the end of next month. You dig what I'm saying? Hey, Cartoon, I see you, big bro. I'm proud of you. I see you got that 100K. You made it to 100K. So it's just inspiring to me, bro. And I'm definitely for the work and get that plaque in the back of my background. So when I drop these bangers for my people, man, I can have that plaque in the back. You dig what I'm saying? Yeah. You feel me? But yeah, man, it's love. It's your boy R2. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gone, man. You know what I'm saying? Respect, love. Everybody stay down. You know what I'm saying? Remember, if they asking you, they don't know. You feel me? And I mean that in all aspects of life. But when them people come holler at you and asking you questions, we don't know nothing. We ain't seen nothing. We ain't heard nothing, baby. You know what I'm talking about? It's your boy R2. And I'm gone, man. Y'all be good. Peace.